Hey, I'm right next to my latest listing, which is a complete remodel of a Clark Park house that's right near the Champaign Country Club, right here in Champaign, Illinois. And I'm with the guy who did it, the contractor, Mr. Bill Marshall of Americraft Construction. We're not only gonna show you the inside, I'm gonna break down and ask Bill, what are the questions you wanna ask a contractor? How long have they been doing it? What are the skill sets you're gonna look for? And this is one of the best guys in Champaign County to do any of your rehabs. So come on in, let's go. So as you can see right here, they've totally redid all the flooring. Everything was painted, right? Come on in a little bit more. The living room and the dining room. Thanks for hitting the light, Bill. Kitchen. All right, I can show you a little bit more of this house later, but I want to break down with Bill right now what he does. So Bill, you've been doing this how many years?
Probably about 40 years now.
So you've been doing 40 years, and you specialize in what?
Well, probably our general specialty is renovations, taking houses and interior renovations, but we do everything. We're general contractors, so we do roofing, siding, windows, the full spectrum. But
When we got into this house, it was funky, right? It probably hadn't been touched in 50, 60 years as far as a remodel perspective?
It was stuck in the 50s and 60s with layers of wallpaper, the staple up tiles. Yeah, it hadn't been touched in that long.
Now, when people are looking, one of the biggest questions I get as a realtor is,
who can help me fix things that's reliable, that's affordable,
but does really good, high quality work? What should someone who's looking to have someone remodel their home, what should they be looking for in a contractor?
Well, I think probably the biggest thing is someone with experience. Someone that's been around for a long time and has a good client base that you can get referrals from. That's the number one thing. If they can provide you with clients that they have done work for that you can call on and find out what their previous experiences are. I mean, that's going to be your best check. And someone that can do all things. If you get into contractors where you're having to hire one for this and one for that and one for that, you can really get bogged down. It's better to find a general contractor that can take care of everything for you turnkey.
What areas of a house, Bill, do you feel like are really expensive to redo that some people may not think are expensive to redo?
Well, of course, the obvious answer to that question is going to be your kitchens and bathrooms. That's
Right.
where you're going to spend the most money. But what people don't think about a lot of times are the areas around your foundation. You've got to keep an eye on that. The grading around your foundation and your gutters and downspouts, because that's where you can find a lot of problems that you might not necessarily check.
So keeping water away from your house.
Water is
right?
the enemy, absolutely.
Right.
Your roofing, your gutters, your downspouts, and the perimeter of the property.
Okay, so Bill, is there a little formula you use, like say 1,000 square foot house? Somebody wants to redo the flooring, somebody wants to redo and paint, and that's it. Maybe they don't want to do much else. And it's mid-grade flooring, it's mid-grade paint. Is there a formula you use per square foot, or is it all situational?
Well, pretty much situational, but for flooring, you can do a square foot price for flooring, mid-range flooring. Painting, you can do a square foot price on painting, but of course there's a wide range in flooring, so you can go low end square foot, you can go high end square foot,
Gotcha.
and it varies depending on what the clients want.
Right, so can somebody go into, if I want to make a rent ready, it's going to be a rental, is it fair to say, hey, it's going to be $6 a square foot for flooring because I got to pay my materials that are $3 and installs $3, or regarding that, or is it like that or no?
Yes, basically, but,
Yeah.
and they just say they want to go high end, they want to go low end, but generally we'll give them a middle of the road pricing because that's usually your best bargain.
You've been in this industry a long time. What are telltale signs of bad contractors?
Not returning your calls, not showing up on time. If you don't get a call back, they don't respond and they don't show up, or bad references.
Right. What types of houses should an investor steer away from buying?
That's a tough question. I would say probably the higher priced houses in the nicer neighborhoods. My advice is always to buy the lower priced houses in the nicer neighborhoods, because then you've got room to realize profit.
Awesome. This guy knows what's up. Listen, if you want to get a hold of Bill Marshall at Americraft Construction, what's the best way to get a hold of you here in Champaign?
Well, our telephone number is 217-841-0495.
And we'll put that number in the description of this video. I've seen Bill personally do 2 flips for a client of mine, and they have been stellar. Attention to detail. He does what he's supposed to do. He finishes on time. And most importantly, he shows up and responds. That's more than I can say for most people. Listen, if this gave you value, would you like, subscribe? Would you ring the bell for notifications? For Bill at least, if not for me, okay? Americraft Construction, Bill Marshall, contractor is one of the hardest things to find. But we got one for you in Champaign County. If you need one, let's go.